So whoever looked at Stage 5, Season 3, Cobbled Climbs of Richmond and thought, yeah, this looks like fun, this looks like a great course, you're wrong. So there's a reason why when you go onto Zwift Power, when you're trying to find the results for Cobbled Climbs, you just have to scroll and scroll and scroll, and it's really difficult to find those results. Cobbled Climbs reverse, yeah, you can find some results. That's a good route. Cobbled Climbs in this direction, that's tough. That's a big ask. But there are some big points available with back-to-back comms, and then the finish line points as well, and 3 to 5 laps respectively. There's some big points to be had, but we're not all lucky enough to have teams that are full of hitters that can pick up the comm points and the finish line points on this circuit. So maybe we've got to start looking at this, well, a little bit differently. So let's get into it. So it is a long race, 28 or 46 kilometers respectively. That's 3 to 5 laps dependent on the category that you're riding in as well. So this is going to be an hour and 15, an hour and a half at least for these races here. So really need to make sure that the hydration strategy through the event is also bang on. That's 3 to 5 occasions that we're going to be going through these comm points as well. So as I said, massive points to be had here. So as we leave the pens, we're going to take a right turn and head through the start finish banner. Now the first 5 kilometers is fairly rolling. In fact, there's a lot of it is downhill, but I expect it to be pretty steady because everyone's going to be nervous and forward thinking to those comms on that first lap. So around about this 5 kilometer mark, you're going to take this left switchback turn and head towards the Libby Hill comm. Now at about 400 meters after you've made that switchback is where you're going to see the comm marker. Now the comm itself is about 640 meters. The first 400 meters are on this road section before you take the right turn up the steeper finishing section of the comm on the Libby Hill cobbles. So be aware, if you're going through the fastest through segment, you need to be starting your sprint and your effort before you get to that right hand turn. So once you've peeked over the climbs, this is the crunch, guys. You've got 900 meters until the next comm, this 23rd Street comm. Now the 23rd Street comm is only 280 meters, but it is 10% average gradient. So it's short, it's sharp, it will suit a puncher there. But it's this short recovery, less than a minute's recovery you've got between these two comms, which I think is really gonna play or not play into some riders' hands. So although I think there's a chance the same rider will take the first across the line on Libby Hill and 23rd Street, there's not a chance, I think, that the same rider is going to take the fastest through section on both of those on the same lap. So this leaves the door open for some other teams and riders to think about the strategy and tactics. Maybe you're just going to cruise up Libby Hill and focus on 23rd Street. Plenty to think about in terms of the strategy here for all teams and all riders. So once you've finished 23rd Street comm, the good news is you've got about a kilometre of descending and some opportunity to super tuck, recover and get that oxygen in before we start that final climb, which is Governor Street all the way to the start finish. It's about a kilometre and a half. It's draggy, it does peak up a little bit to 9% in places, and the last little bit is a bit of a false flat before you get to that finish line. Or maybe you're just starting lap 2, 3, 4 or 5. So that's the lap and that's the course. So dependent on your category, it's either 3 or 5 laps. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Yes, the legs are going to be sore, probably for a few days after. But I'm really interested to see how this plans out from a tactical point of view. I'm really interested to see how the team set up and deploy their different tactics. So leave your comments below. Let me know how the race goes for you. Maybe you want to give me some tactics up front. I don't know. Maybe we might steal them. I don't know. But I'm really interested to see how this goes. So in terms of race times, it is quite difficult because there's not a lot of history there, but I think 3 laps for the C and D riders, we're probably looking around about 45 minutes. For the A and Bs, it's looking a minimum, I guess, of an hour and 15 for this particular course. So again, just a bit to think about in terms of the hydration and your nutritional strategy as well. So in terms of power-ups, we've got the aero, we've got the draft, and we've got the feather. And I shall be praying to the power-up gods for a feather. But there are plenty of occasions to pick up power-ups, so please, pretty please, give me a feather. Don't forget all that the team at Racing Without Borders are doing their weekly Recon rides. This will take place the Saturday before the Tuesday, so if you want to go and have a look at some of these climbs before the race, I've left a link in the description below to find that event. So finally guys, once again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching these videos. We've got some new content and actually some guests coming on in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be looking at nutrition, we're going to be looking at family health, and also riding in the real world as well. So stay tuned, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.